This week I'm going to share with you some new fabrics I found, and yes, I probably should sew up more of what I currently have, but I couldn't resist some of the fabric at our thrift store locally. They have some bins full of basically their remnants. Most of the pieces are less than a yard, and each roll is 50 cents, which is hard to beat. So I spent a few minutes rummaging through them all and just grabbed what felt good and looked good, and came back with some fabrics I'm really excited about, and some that I'm excited to experiment with because they're items that I haven't used before. So first is this beautiful woven, I think it's a cotton mix, beautiful blue pattern on it with some reds and dark golds. So I'm thinking of doing a sundress in this. I have a ready-to-wear dress that I really like that I'm hoping to just kind of copy the pattern from it because I love the style and the fit of that dress, and I think this fabric will work well for that. And then found some wonderful Riley Blake striped cotton knit. So this, there's a decent amount of it. I should be able to get a shirt for the girls out of it for sure. So this will probably become a long sleeve tee maybe in preparation for next fall. And then found this beautiful soft, it's a very light textured knit, probably polyester of some sort. But I'm hoping there's enough of it to make a light sweater for me. I have a ready-to-wear sweater, again, that I want to copy the pattern from. I really like how it fits, and this fabric is drapey enough that I think it will work well to emulate that sweater. And I love the color of this. I love these kind of the rich blue, but it's a little bit more subdued than a navy blue. I'm excited about that. It's nice and soft to the touch, and it's light enough it'll be a good cover like on a summer evening where you don't need much, but you need something. And this one is a sweatshirt material. It's nice and fuzzy and soft on the inside, and it's a nice dark gray. Probably enough of it to make a sweater for the girls. So it'll probably go in the sewing for winter pile. And then this one, I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do with it. There's not as much of it, so I can't do too much. I have a friend who loves purple, so I might try and make just a light kind of like over blouse to go over a tank top. We'll see if there's enough fabric for that. But I just thought it was kind of fun. It has all these red glitter hats, and it's just a nice light chiffon. It's not as soft as maybe would be as nice, but I think it would still be fun just for a light summer top. And then they had a couple different flannels. Not sure again what I'll do with them. Not much of the fox and deer fabric, but it's really cute. Well, I might use this to line like hoods or pockets. And then the spaceship fabric, I think there's enough for at least one pair of pajama pants. So someone will be getting some pajama pants. We'll see if that's a Christmas present for someone or if it goes to one of my kids. And then, let's see here, they had two different rolls of this knit fabric, which is just a nice light knit with wonderful stripes. I've already cut into it and have plans on making the bunny sweatshirt, which is a free pattern. I'll post a link to it below and hopefully be sharing the finished product pretty soon, but because I found two rolls of this, I have enough to make probably another sweatshirt for the girls as well, so they can have matching striped sweatshirts. If the first sweatshirt becomes a favorite, then I can make a second one. And then let's see here. My second daughter has been asking for a yellow poofy dress. So when I found some yellow fabric, I went ahead and snatched that up. So I grabbed this yellow, and then another one. There's not much of this one, and as you can see, it's just they're remnants, so there's enough to do something with. And since I'll be cutting it out for a child size dress, I should be able to get a good number of pieces out of this. But if I wanted to make something for myself, it would be really hard to find a spot to line up pattern pieces correctly. But and then I love the colors, the deep kind of jewel tones on this stripe. It's another woven, probably just polyester, maybe a cotton mix. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with this. I'm hoping there's enough of it. I'm thinking maybe a pair of shorts, because I definitely need shorts in my wardrobe. I don't really have hardly any, and so maybe that, but I'm not quite sure yet if there's enough of it. So I'll have to play around with it. If there's not enough for shorts, then I'll probably make a tank top. And then this one, again, is one I don't necessarily have a plan for it, but I just love the texture to it. It's got just this great, just a heavy weave. I'm not sure what the term for it would be. It's nice and soft. When I first saw it, I thought it was more of an upholstery fabric, and I thought it was going to be a little stiffer to the hand, but it's very soft, and has a little bit of stretch to it just from how it's woven, how loose it's woven. So I really need to think about what to make out of this. I don't know, but I really like it. And then couldn't resist this. I figured I'll experiment, see if maybe the girls need some fur lining their winter coats. Usually I wouldn't go for synthetic fur because it usually just it doesn't feel very soft. But this is actually really soft to the touch, and I like the color of it where it's black at the bottom and then it goes to that silver at the top. So I've never worked with any fur or synthetic fur before, so I'm sure I will be learning some new things, especially cutting it and making sure the fur doesn't just go everywhere. But I'm excited to try a new material and see how that works. And then other new materials, they had some vinyl there, and so this is kind of a slate gray with a little bit of blue in it. So I got 2 pieces of that. Not quite sure what I'll do with it. I think most likely I'm going to be making bags out of it. I started making bags last Christmas as gifts, and I love just the open-endedness of a bag. You're really only limited by kind of zipper length and geometry of how you want your bag shaped. So I'm excited to experiment more with making bag patterns, and hoping that using some new materials will help make some really nice bags that people enjoy receiving for Christmas. So I also got this stretch of nice brown, so I'm excited to make some bags with that. And also bags, I grabbed this piece of upholstery fabric. There's not much of it, but the moment I saw it, I immediately thought that would look really striking, color blocked in with some other colors or patterns on a bag. So I don't need much, because I'll design a bag that I need to decide what solid color will go well with it. But I really like that one. And then this fabric, there is a couple different squares of it. I thought that would do nice for a bag lining. It's just a light quilting cotton, nothing fancy, but the pattern is, I really like the pattern. The colors are beautiful, and it's not so busy that if you're looking at a bag, your things are going to get lost in a busy pattern. I think it'll complement the outside of a bag well. There's those, and then there's even more. It keeps going. So this chiffon is kind of a salmon orangey pink, which my girls love. So this will most likely be going into making a poofy twirly dress for them. And it has polka dots, which are currently something they enjoy. And then there's also a nice pink stretch knit here, and so this one, probably more shirts. There's enough of it. I haven't decided yet if it's a pink that I would wear. I'm not always a fan of the color pink, and I think this one's not quite the shade that I like, so I'll probably make something for the girls out of it. Probably more things for the winter time. It's the knit, it just feels kind of warm. It's not your standard cotton jersey. Maybe it's brushed on one side, but it feels just a little bit warmer when you hold it to you. It's not what you want to wear on a hot day. And then for my son, have to make something for him eventually. Right now the girls get everything. But found this t-shirt knit, and it just has some fun seaside pictures, crabs and sea stars and whatnot. So I'll make him a little t-shirt, maybe some shorts. Maybe I'll use it for pajamas for him. But I thought that was cute. And then the last two. These ones weren't in the 50-cent bundle. These were hanging on the rack, and I think were about $2 each. But I got this beautiful blue pinstripe woven, which I'm hoping I have enough to make some pants out of. I think some trousers would look really nice in this, and would be good for me to learn how to insert a zippered fly, which I've never done. It's always seemed like something that would be absolutely terrifying, but so far everything that I've tried that I thought would be terrifying in sewing hasn't been as bad as I thought. It just takes time and patience to do the technique right. And then this beautiful orange. You may have noticed a theme of orange as far as things that my girls like. Orange seems to be a color that they love. My husband and I love it. So when I saw this, it's just a basic twill weave. I think it's probably a cotton mix, and just this beautiful, vivid, dark orange. Immediately had to grab it. Most likely it'll go towards making maybe some coats, maybe some pants for the girls. I don't know that I'm daring enough to make bright orange pants for myself. I'll stick with the dark blue, but I'm excited to use it to make some stuff, and maybe some of it will end up as some bag liner. That'd be kind of fun to have, just a pop of bright orange when you open your bag. So there we go. I spent on all of that fabric, I think I spent $12. So if you are looking for a place to find fabric and you don't have much money, I highly recommend going around to the different thrift stores in your area and just check and see what they have. From the different stores in our area, I found one that routinely has fabrics and has them at a good price, especially if you hit a 50% off sale. And so that makes a big difference, especially when you're starting out sewing and you're kind of scared to go spend a lot of money on good fabric that you might ruin because your skills are a beginner's skills and you don't know all of your techniques yet. I found that I learned a lot once I started using fabrics that I hadn't spent a lot of money on, and so I had the freedom to fail if I needed to learn the process of making a garment. And so I recommend go to your thrift store. If they don't have a fabric selection, look at the bed sheets and tablecloths. Sometimes you can find good fabrics there for a cheap price, and then you can use them to experiment with, learn, test out new patterns, learn new techniques with them, and then you can feel a little more confident spending money on good fabric. Although sometimes you find really good fabric at the thrift store at those very, very low prices. My big thing with the thrift store fabric shopping, most of the time they don't say what the fabric is. You just have to guess. Well, feels like a cotton, most likely it's a polyester, who knows. I just go by feel. When I'm at the thrift store, I don't care. I'm not looking for, I need a 50% cotton blend. I just go down the aisle or go through the bins, and whatever feels good to my hand, that's what I choose. So if it doesn't feel good, if I pick it up and think, I don't want to wear that, I don't care what the color is, I don't grab it. I only grab things that make me want to wear them and feel good. And I don't mind about the fabric content. And so those are my suggestions for finding some good fabrics, and I hope you have some good luck if you choose to do that, and I wish you luck on your sewing journey as you start experimenting. Have a good week.